some of my other ones. And the reason for that is I have to use, well, I don't have to, I'm going to use my camera to show you guys some of my things that I use for survival trips and just camping. That was a request, and there was another one that I talk about just what kind of music I listen to, like favorite bands and stuff like that. So I'm going to make this another request video. And for the person that, actually, you know, never mind, I'm just gonna send them an email. So I'm back home again to make calls, and I'm bored, so I decided that I would do this now. And so yeah, I'm just heads up, most of my survival gear and kit, I guess, is being used by a friend right now. They went out to the mountains to do the same thing that I did. Where they just stay by themselves and survive. And they didn't have a lot of this stuff, so I lent it to them. But I was able to get a few things that I either always use or just sometimes use or used to use. So, first things first, I'm going to do the first request, where I just tell you what my favorite music is, and favorite bands and whatnot. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to save that for another video, because the audio is going to suck on this video, so I'm just going to save that for the next one that I do. So, yeah, I'll get started now. Okay, so, like I said, I've got a lot of random things here, and yeah, let's just get started, I guess. strike it and sparks fly off and it makes fire most of the time. So, I wanted to show you guys that, but that's one of the things that my friend has. And I could just wait until he gets back, but I'm too lazy for that, so maybe I'll show you guys that one day. So, I'll just show you this, and it's something that everybody has seen. It's just a lighter. I don't like to take this. I don't like to take lighters or matches out. Especially matches, because they can get wet. And, yeah, that's just useless when they get wet, so. And this thing can get water inside of it, and it can break, and it can run out of liquid. So, I like to bring a flint, because it's much more reliable. And that's something that we only ever use if we feel really lazy. It just helps us get the fire started, obviously. Also, I'm really shaky, as you can probably tell, so yeah, I'm just shaky. I'm not having a seizure or anything. So, yeah, there's that. I think I've only ever taken these on a camp trip, like twice in my life. Every other time I just do it the old-fashioned way. And most of the clothing that I use has been taken out by my friends, so I'm just going to show you a few things that I sometimes use, or I fits me, and it's just much more comfy and works better. It's quite thin. I haven't used this since I was like 14. I think I should just give it away or something. Okay, so these are my coveralls. And they're not actually that small. I'm not that tiny of a person. They're just really loud to unfold and straighten out, so I'm not going to do that, but I'd imagine most of you know what coveralls are. Again, I have a different pair. These ones I stopped using a few years ago. And again, I basically have the same type. It's just bigger and slightly better. You don't look like the coolest person in the world when you're wearing coveralls, but when you're out camping and in the wilderness, there's not many people out there to judge what you look like, so they do the job, which is the main point. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so on to the funnest stuff. The knives and sharp things. This is an axe or hatchet or whatever you want to call it that we bought not too long ago. Some friends and I, we bought it because our old one, so you can still has all the stickers and everything on it. Our old one, it was so rusted and used that we had to retire it. And that's usually the size that we take with us, because this one is a little bit too big to carry around all the time. That one is just easier. So it's a little bit rusted. And we don't use this one very often because it takes up so much room that to paint. It makes things easier, but yeah, it's not worth it. So I have this, and see if I can get it open with one hand without being too loud. There we go. sharpening a stick out of boredom one day, and that's what that's from. I really need to clean my tools when I get back, I guess. So it's a little bit worn down. I'm not going to try and close it because I'm probably going to cut myself, so. Okay, so this is the main knife that I use. And I carry this with me too, for defense against bears and cougars and crazy people. Don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud. That's gonna be tricky. Don't cut myself, don't cut myself. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I just, again, put that through my belt, and yeah, carry that around when I'm camping. I take pretty good care of this. Oh. As you can see, it's pretty clean. I've only had it for a couple of years. But this is what I use to cut animals, like rabbits. Sometimes. There's another knife that I use, but I do sometimes use this. And I've tried throwing this at a rabbit before to see if I could get it. And I came close actually, so I kind of want to practice. Because that would be a lot easier than setting up a snare. If I see a rabbit, I could just throw it and get it. And I'm sorry to all of you animal lovers. You're probably just horrified right now. Oh, I guess I don't clean it very well. There's a bunch of dirt. Anyways, this is my last knife. That's one thing that I do still have, is all of my knives. That's really the only thing that I still have that my friend didn't take, so. And I do take all of these knives out with me when I go. They all serve a purpose, believe it or not. Okay, so this is the last knife that we use. And yeah, so all these knives do serve a purpose, believe it or not. And this one we usually just use. Well, I usually just use because this one and that one are mine alone. I bought them with my own money. Most of the other stuff, some friends and I just pool our money together and share them. And use this for cutting fish and sometimes rabbits. obviously. They're just a little dirty right now, so. And, so we mainly use that for fish, but that doesn't happen a lot because we all kind of suck at catching fish, so. So that was the video, and it was a little bit rushed because I wanted, I'm actually at my parents' place. Normally when I go home to be on call, I never actually go home, I just stay at the fire hall, and then, yeah, so I don't normally come home, but I have been lately. So when I make videos, it's sometimes rushed, just because I have to make them before any family members come home. So I apologize if it was a little bit rushed, or if the sound quality wasn't very good, but I didn't really have a choice with that, so I apologize in advance. And I'm sorry that I couldn't show you more equipment. I mean, you don't need a lot to survive. For example, on my solo trip, really I just had a piece of string, and some knives, and a hatchet, and that's really all you need to survive. Nature gives you the rest, so you just gotta know how to find it. So, when it was requested that I show my survival kit, there's not much of a kit. It's just a lot of knives, pretty much. And, yeah, anyways, I'm sorry about that. And, for the second half of the request, I'll just add that into my next video, because that's not going to take very long, so